Hey, how's it going, everyone? Bass here. So today I want to talk about a part of the Packers offense that deserves much more credit and needs to be talked about much more as well. And that is the Packers offensive line. This unit has been outstanding given the circumstances with injuries and whatnot. And today I just want to explain why they deserve more recognition. And the O-line play is a huge part why the Green Bay Packers are 4-1 right now, which is crazy to say considering Bakhtiari hasn't been a part of any of it. And then also Elton Jenkins has been out since week 2 as well. So the Packers went into this season without two of their former All-Pro offensive linemen, one being David Bakhtiari with that ACL recovery, started on the PUP, and another one being Corey Linsley, who left for the Chargers. So that left them with two rookies, one being Josh Myers, the other one being Royce Newman, being drafted in the offseason, and both of them starting day one. And both of those guys have been very solid, especially considering they are rookies. Josh Myers being that second rounder and Royce Newman being the fourth rounder. And like I said before, we have to also take into account that Elton Jenkins has been out since week 2, been out 3 weeks in a row now, which is he's their second best lineman right behind David Bakhtiari for sure. So guys have filled in and they've done a masterful job. So the Packers have only given up 7 sacks to this point via PFF, which is tied for 13th best in the league. They've only given up 46 total pressures, which is 11th in the league, and they're also the 5th ranked pass blocking team via PFF. So this offensive line is already above average by the rankings while missing key multiple players. They're literally missing the best left tackle in the league. I mean, look at last week against Cincinnati. They were without 3 offensive line starters, David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, and Josh Myers, and they still only allowed 2 sacks with 9 pressures, while Cincinnati is the 6th highest team in terms of sacks this year. So a couple days ago, I did put out a tweet. By the way, go follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. It's at Basariski. I put, crazy to think that Packers' third-string left tackle, Josh Nijman, is the 28th highest-graded left tackle via PFF. He's literally graded better than some starting left tackles. Don't take offensive line depth for granted. Oh yeah, their second-string left tackle, Elton Jenkins, is also 7th. This just speaks so much volume of how well guys that have just been thrown into these positions are doing so far, and Josh is one of them. He's definitely really impressed me. This year he's only allowed 2 sacks and 5 pressures in a total of 3 games, and this is coming from a guy who's had 15 total snaps before this season. 15. Josh Nijman has only had 15 total snaps in the regular season before he was pushed into the starting left tackle spot after Elton Jenkins went down. And this is against the likes of guys like Nick Bosa, TJ Watt, Trey Hendricks, all premier pass rushers in this league. 37.5 total sacks for all their sacks combined, their full last year played. 2020 for Watt and Hendrickson, but 2019 for Bosa because he was hurt last year. So that is extremely impressive for Josh Nijman. And I know they've been helping him out. They've been helping him out with tight ends and pass blocking halfbacks. But regardless, he's done a very good job considering he is the third string left tackle on this team. And he's pretty much shut down these guys. None of these guys have wrecked a game, and they definitely should have. So now I want to go look at the rest of the starters on this Packers offensive line. John Runyan has yet to allow a sack this year, only allowed 6 pressures. He's been our anchor down low there at that left guard spot. He's the 7th best pass blocking guard via PFF with an 82.2 grade. Rookie center Josh Myers, who's been starting pretty much since OTAs, has also not allowed a single sack. Now, he was out last game, but he started every other game since then, and only allowed 6 pressures as well, so extremely good play by him there. Rookie Royce Newman is struggling a little bit after a very strong preseason, but he's only allowed 2 sacks and 8 pressures, but he's been playing good considering he is a rookie drafted in the 4th round and got thrown in the starting spot right away. And then Billy Turner has been very solid at right tackle, per usual. He's been a very solid right tackle the past couple years. He's only allowed 2 sacks as well. All things considered, this offensive line is just extremely underrated with all the injuries they've endured over the offseason. They've just been playing very well, and they just deserve a lot more credit. I mean, in the offseason, if you told me they would be as good as they are now without, David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, and Corey Linsley, I would have laughed at you. And offensive line coach Adam Stenavich definitely needs way more recognition. He's done an amazing job developing offensive linemen on the Green Bay Packers since he joined the team in 2019. So when this offensive line unit does come back into full force, David Bakhtiari should be back around week 7 or 8 is the estimation here. Elton Jenkins returns. Josh Myers returns, who they've both been practicing this week. I have no doubt in my mind that this offensive line can be number 1 in the NFL. But I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you think of this offensive line unit? Do you think they've been very impressive? Are they underrated? Just let me know down in the comments below. But on that note, I'll catch you on the next one. And as always, go Pack Go.